know I'm late. I'm late. Like a minute late. But it's fine. It's good. It's good. You know, we chilling. We chilling. Welcome back. Welcome back. As you can see, I'm still in the same spot from last time. From last stream, I'm still in the same cave. I've not moved. Like I said, it's word strictly stream only. Anyways, another homie of mine is gonna join. You know, maybe midway through the stream, but for now it's just us. You know, it's cool though. We finna vibe. We vibing in the stream like usual. Well, what did we leave off on yesterday? I don't remember. I think we left off of was it picking the right friends? I don't remember. Oh shit, I don't remember where we left off. I'm kind of a blank right now. Yes. Well, I guess I cooked that for now. But anyways, to whoever's joining, whoever's tuning in right now, welcome. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's having a good night. Well, not really night. Guess right now it is night. But anyways, hope everybody's having a good day. If not, it's cool, you know. Everybody has their bad days. But it's good though, we straight. Finna chill. Watch me play Minecraft. Hear me tell stories or whatever. Or just talk to y'all. If y'all talk, I'll talk to y'all. But anyways, how should we start the stream off? Let's see. So announcement to everybody. I guess this is gonna be a solo thing now because the homie who was supposed to, you know, do it with me, he's backed out. He backed out of it already. So I guess it's just gonna be a solo thing from now on. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe if the other homie wants to stay and, you know, join us all the time, then like I guess he'd be the host. We're gonna refer to the other homie as Frog, which is actually his name. The Hidden Frog. That's what his name is. But right now he's not gonna join us in the beginning of the stream because he's in the middle of coming home. Probably be here in like an hour or 30 minutes. I don't know. He'll text me when he's gonna join. So yeah. So we're just chilling. Do our thing. Anyways. Okay, so what story do I have for today? Oh, I got one. Let's talk about how we almost got caught smoking by the school. Okay, so context on this before I started. So it was me and the homie from last story, Justin. You know, keep in mind that's not his real name. I don't want to use his real name because, you know, I don't know if he wants me to or not. So I just using just a random name. But anyways, so it's me, him, and Frog. You know, he's the other one who was showing with us. But it was us three. We went to I had bought something from a homie I knew And you know, it was all good, and it was all good. And you know, we went to the school. There's like a bayou by our school. We went to the school, you know, do our thing, basically roll up the what we were gonna smoke, roll up the blunt, I guess. I don't really care. But yeah, we were rolling it, you know, chilling, and you know, it's a bad thing that the fact that we were rolling it in like a public area. It's like a real public area actually. It's like a school. There's like a little running area where people go run around. Hello, this is by the bayou. But anyways, we go, we fucking we do our thing, you know, we're just chilling. And then, you know, we lit it up, we were hanging out, we were vibing, we were watching, we were listening to music, talking, eating, like usual. And then we noticed there was a lot of people coming towards us. There was a lot of people just watching us, I guess, so we decided to dip because it was kind of uncomfortable, you know. And I guess we were just trying to be safe. Oh shit, so we don't get caught or whatever. So we we go and sorry. We proceed to like leave. Like we put it out for now. We're still like half of it left to smoke. So we dip. We go to another place. It's still close better to Bayou. I know that's the best idea to keep doing it by there. But you know, we go and there's a little hill. And it's a big hill actually. We go, we sit down and on top of it, and then we just light it, smoke it, you know, chill. You know, it's good for like the first 5 minutes, and then mind you, we were already like completely fogged from it, so we weren't really like paying attention to much detail about everything. So we go, we're just, you know, chilling, smoking it, and then my homie notices. He's like there's a lady and she's acting sus as fuck. And I was like, what you mean? And I was like, she's just standing there with her dog and like she has her phone. I can't see if she's recording or she's on the phone or what. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't notice. When I see, I was like, oh shit, she is acting sus. So we were like, we like, he started to freak out. He was like, oh shit, you know, something's bad's gonna happen or whatever. You know, that was Frog. Jacob's like, he's like, Justin's like, he's like, nah, it's good. Don't worry about it, we're good. So we put it out, you know, we still had like a little bit left. Bigger than it's just like a little bit bigger. We still smokable without burning our fingers. But anyways, we finish, we put it out, and then we start walking down. And then as we look back, she starts walking with us. She starts walking where we're walking, and then we just start getting like mad suspicious because it's like, what the heck? Like, why is she following us? So we start walking faster just to leave. And then like she stops walking where she was walking, and we were like, oh, alright, bet, you know, she stopped walking, so that means we're good. So we leave the area we were, and then we went to like a little forest, because there's a little forest where the school's at. So we go hang out there, you know, finish it. At this point, this is where Frog has to like leave. Like we're waiting for him to get picked up. So me and Justin could just finish it, and then we'll just finish it and we'll just go on for a night. You know, we leave, we go home, and we do whatever, go to sleep. Cause it was already time, like I was already starting to get late, so we dip. You know, we leave. He leaves, and then we finish it. He took big care for the last one, and then you know we're just hanging out talking, waiting for him to leave because we're waiting for his mom to come pick him up. Just his mom, if like I forgot I didn't tell you, but yeah, just his mom. We're waiting for her mom, or for his mom to pick him up so I can go home. Well, by the time everything's all good, we finish. His mom gets here, he gets picked up, and then I send him off. I'm like, oh, alright, I see you tomorrow in the morning at school or whatever, which is pretty cool. And then, believe it or not, I found a hoodie. A hoodie just laying on the ground. So I was like, oh, bet, free hoodie. So I took it home, washed it, and now, and then right now I'm wearing it. It's a red hoodie. It's not bad. I like it. It looks pretty cool. But that was a pretty good day. That day was pretty fun. But I guess moral, don't get just smoke. If you smoke in a safe environment where you're not gonna get caught, or it's like they're okay with it wherever you do it. If it's somebody else's house, like the person or the parents are okay with you doing it there. So just watch out. Make sure you're straight. You're good. You're not trying to get caught and get in trouble because you're doing that. Cause a lot of people don't like that. I'm gonna get why. A lot of people don't like it. But today's stream, I don't know. I guess find a way out. Maybe start. I don't know. I'm debating if I should build the house or not. I should start building the base over towards where I set home base last episode. And this is why I hate gravel. This is exactly why I hate gravel. I hate it with passion. I don't know why that's a block. I'm so retarded. Anyways, yeah. I guess yeah, we'll do that. I guess we'll start shaping up the village, make it look nice while waiting for the homie frog to get back. So he could tell some of his stories. We could chill. But anyways, to the people who are here, how y'all doing? How's your nights? You're doing okay? Or if y'all went to school, how was school? Me, I didn't go to school today, cause I don't know. I guess it was a student holiday for us, so we didn't go to school. It's a pretty weird thing. Oh, shit. And I was watching over a live stream, and I noticed y'all hear like a jingle in the background. Yeah, that's I wear dog tags. Not like not like the type of dog tags dogs wear. Like people in the military, what they wear. What are the type of dog tags I wear? So if you hear like jingles or clangs, I don't know how to say it, like the sound. But if you hear that in the background, you know why. Yeah. Yep. I guess we have to start finding a way out. Plus I need to clear out my inventory because my inventory is getting full. Still sick. Still sick like usual. Oh shit. I don't remember. Did the people who were here last stream or last episode? I do not remember how I got out. Yeah, I don't know if y'all remember. Shit, I'm fucking lost. Man, I'm lost. I don't know where I came from. Oh shit. And I don't have wood. Oh fuck. Alright, I'm gonna just turn it on to sticks. Excuse me. Shit, I think I'm gonna be fucked. No! I can't get stuck. Anyways. What's another story? What's another story? Okay. Okay. I better not be Tyler calling me an egg. 'Cause I'm not no egg. What's another story? What's another story for y'all? I talk about my dog a lot. That's the thing I talk about a lot, my dog. No, yes, it's meant to be a solo world. Yeah, I guess it's meant to be like a recording only world where I just record. Well, while I'm recording, I play, and then if I'm not recording, I'm not playing in this world. Cause, you know, why? For video purposes only. Gotta. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, but there's supposed to be another person in this world. But right now he's not home. I'm just waiting for him to get home so he can talk and hang out with us for a little while. Make a world with us. Maybe. I'll probably make a world with y'all. Oh, yes. Ow. Ow. Hold on, I gotta bring out my laptop out for the coordinates of the house. So I do not remember where house is at. Okay, so story with, you know, my son Slinky, as you come to know him. But yeah, how it is. So me and him are hanging out. Me and, you know, my dog are hanging out, just chilling. He's like asleep. He's like asleep, and I'm sitting here playing Playing with like a couple homies on COD. We're just sitting here playing, having fun. Having fun, you know, just hanging out. And then I noticed he's asleep. And I was like, but I like messing with him when he's asleep. I don't know why. I just love being an asshole towards him. But, you know, he's asleep, he's knocked out. And what I decided to do, I decided to jump on this man. And this man is so, he wakes up so confused and like mad because I woke him up, of course. So he's like, he's mad. My dog is growling and everything. I don't know that's why, but I just decided to jump on him. I don't know, just cause I love messing with that man. Like, he's an old man, but he's funny. Shit. Where? I don't see him. Nothing bias. Well, right now, this is how the world looks like. This is how the village looks like. Oh, that's what the fucker was behind. I plan on putting a fence or some walls around this whole place. I hope all the villagers. Oh, okay. To save all the villagers at least. So I don't want the villagers to die. I want them to still be here so I could trade. So I don't have much daylight. Oh, it's morning. Morning now in the world, so I gotta get to work. Shit. Alright. I had to make a chest for my ores. I'm shitty. I gotta make fucking. I gotta make more shit for my stuff. Storage, I guess. Right now, this is just a temporary base, I guess. Temporary base until, cause what I plan on, okay, yeah, like I said, plan on making like a wall to go around this whole entire village. You know, make this into a castle. You know, build me a big house. I don't know, somewhere probably over there, maybe center of the village. Yeah, maybe make my house like around here, like a big house. Put that over there. So for now, let's just make a shovel. I'm gonna make a bunch of shovels. Let me see, guys. Okay. Oh shit. Do I have a potato farm? I don't know. This is beets. That's I probably need to go explore to go find a village with carrots so I have a carrot farm. Just because I don't know, I'm gonna put it right there. Safekeeping. Alright, time to get to work. So, while I'm working, I guess we can tell some stories. So, oh, I had a good one. It's a real good one. I don't know if it'll be scary towards ya, but, I was, during the time of the story, I would say, this was years ago. 13. 13. Yeah, I guess 13. Yeah. I don't remember the specific. I don't remember my age, but it was around 13. I remember it was around 13. But anyways, how it goes, it's me and my cousins, my two cousins, you know. Oh, shit. We're at the time they were living in some apartment, in like an apartment complex. So I would go over and like they're cousins on my grandma's side. I mean on my dad's side of the family. So every time I would go over to my grandma's, I would go visit them. You know, go see. Cause like they were like my age. They were close to my age at least. So I would go over and you know we would hang out. I would stay either the night or stay like there the whole day till I get picked up. Most of the time it's at night. But there's one time I stayed over. You know, I stayed over. It was all good and all. We were hanging out, and then their mom, my aunt, had went to work. You know, and she just left us. She just left us right there in the house. You know, we were just hanging out. Or it's like, all right, no biggie. Like whatever. We'll just watch over the house. So we decided to watch some like scary videos, and this was like before where a lot of YouTubers would fake a lot of the paranormal shit. But we decided to watch some ghost stuff, some shit about ghosts, and we came across this one video, and I can't find it anymore. I don't know why. I can't find it anymore. I've been looking, but we're just hanging out, you know, and we come across this video, so we watch it. We watch it thinking, you know, it wasn't gonna be anything. So we watch it. You know, we watch it, and where we at, where all three of us are sitting, we're sitting in a fucking we were sitting in like a part where it's by a couch, like it's a little space by the couch and their TV, where the TV was at the time. So we were all, I don't know why we decided to like bunch up together in that specific area, but we did. You know, we sat there, we watched the video, and it's funny. It's funny because like we get scared so easily because of the video. But the video goes, it's like a man, he's like, you know, he's vlogging himself in his house, but his house is like all dark, like he has no lights on. Has no lights, like he has no lights on, so he's just like, you know, vlogging with like a fucking like a lamp or something. He's using it as a light. Like, yeah, like a lamp. He's using it as a light. It's like a bright light, so a lot of the places being seen. Maybe no, it was from his camera. It was the light from his camera. So he's recording, and during that recording, like it was flickering, like Like the screen was flickering. I like it. It's like flickering and another, and he's so confused. He's like, he doesn't know what's going on. You know, he's all confused. And then, like, he hears some sounds coming from his living room, so he decides to go check it out. You know, his little face. Not his little face. So he decides he goes to go check it out. You know, see what's going on, see what's making that sound. I'll go investigate. Little did we know, you know, we continue watching the video like if it's nothing, like if nothing was gonna happen. Like we're just like, you know, paranoid, cause like we're young, we got scared pretty easily. So we're watching, and like it comes to this part where he's in his dining room, what it looks to be his dining room, and he talks. He's talking, and then he's telling how nobody's here and how he's the only one home, and how like he's freaking out because he's confused on who's like making noises in his house when he's home alone. So just to prove, like, cause I guess he wanted to show that the video was real or whatever, and that he wasn't like editing or, you know, making bullshit, I guess. He gives a 360 view of the whole room. And right now, now that I think about it, I don't believe it was real. I just believe it was just like an edited, but like a well edited video. And it got us. I ain't gonna lie to you, it got us. It scared the shit out of us. So he's exploring his whole living room, and he gets to while he's like scanning the living room, he points to the, it's like a real quick shot, like he points to the door, and then a little girl comes to the freaking it's like a jump scare from like a little ghost girl or whatever. And I shit you not, we screamed loud. We got scared. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh, I don't know what to do. Oh, okay, yeah, never mind. I don't know what to do. We screamed. We got scared because, you know, that was like a well edited video, so we weren't expecting much. We thought, you know, we all thought it was real. You know, and it was hilarious because like we got scared, and then in that little corner we all struggled to get out because, you know, we were all bunched up, so we struggled to like get out from that corner to run. so we're sitting there fighting each other, trying to like push each other away so like we can like run into a room or whatever. And like we run and we go in we get out of that corner, and then we run, and then we go into his room, and then we just chill on the bed and just watch TV because we're like, that's okay, that's enough YouTube for now. And then we just that's how everything went. We just stopped watching YouTube because, you know, it scared us, and we were too scared to go back on YouTube because we were afraid like we were gonna see something else that was gonna be scary. And what the fuck are you? Come on, thank you. Go protect the villagers. The fuck? It's your job. I don't know how these guys always get stuck in a. How do you? Okay, I'm confused, but I gotta go to sleep because it's nighttime. I don't want to die to a creeper. Okay, fuck you. But like I said, you know, we finished, like, we're just hanging out. We just finished watching YouTube because we're like, oh, that's too much. So, yeah, I guess. I don't know. There's not really much of a moral to that story. It's just a story just to tell. I don't know. Just so y'all know. But anyways, uh, what else? What's another story? Oh, I tell the story of how I'm friends with a daddy little girl. I don't know. It's a weird story. The way the story goes is weird. But anyways, how it goes is I'm like young, like a baby, toddler, I guess. And I'm hanging out at the time. My uncle had his ex. At the time, we would during that time, it was me, my uncle, his ex, and my aunt, and we were sitting there playing Smash Bros. But on the on the like the GameCube. So we're playing, and I end up falling asleep. Oh shit, my pants are wet. You know, he's I fall asleep, and my uncle tells me, he's like, hey, he wakes me up. He's like, hey, Panda, wake up, go to sleep in grandma's room. Cause at the time, you know, I would every time I would go over to my grandma's, I would sleep with them on the bed with them, like my grandma and grandpa. I would sleep in their bed or whatever. So I'm sitting there. I'm sitting there. I'm sitting there freaking. Whatchamacallit? So I wake up and I was like, oh no! I wake up so surprised. I have like a surprised look on my face, and they never seen me make that face before, so they were all confused. Well, my uncle was generally confused, and the first thing I tell him, I tell him, I say, no, 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 I don't want to play with that little girl anymore. And at that time, it stunned my uncle. My uncle was like generally confused. Yeah. Sorry about that. Anyways, yeah, my uncle was generally confused. So we go and we he takes me and he walks around. He's like, what are you talking about? And like he goes to see if like what's going on. So we walk around and 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 oh, and oh sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. We we walk around, we go look and see. He wanted to see what I was talking about. And while we're walking, cause like I was too scared to go to my grandma's room by myself, so I was like, no, no, I don't want to go. Like I don't want to go. I kept refusing to go. And he's like, no, you have to go to sleep. You have to go to sleep in your grandma's room because you're tired. You're sleeping. And I was like, oh, okay. So I I asked him. He's like, can you walk me over there? He's like, all right. So he walks me, and and I said, you know, at the corner of my eye, I see a little girl just standing there in the hallway, like in like the kitchen where the kitchen's at. And I told my uncle, I was like, look, look, look over there. And like he's like, where? And I was like, there's a little girl right there. He's like, what are you talking about? He turns on the light and there's nobody there. So he just thought of it as like you know, my imagination. Like he didn't pay too much mind into it. But he was still spooked at the fact that what I told him when I woke up. So, you know, he continues to take me, and like I'm sitting there begging him. I'm begging him not to let me, not to leave me alone, not to stay with me, you know, or let me go back in the room, let me go to sleep with him or whatever. Cause my grandma wasn't home. I think she went to gamble. She went to what's called a game room to go gamble. And she's pretty good. She's like real good at gambling. So, you know, we're walking and I see her again. I was like, look over there. And just in time, he looks, but he didn't turn on the light, cause like, you know, he didn't believe me. So he looks and he sees like a shadow, like a shadow of a little girl, you know, right there by the dining the dining room table. And he freaks out. He's like, oh shit. And like, I was like, I told you I saw a little girl. There's a little girl there. This man, he picks me up and he runs. He books it with me in his arms. He books it to his room, and he takes me, and then like, he locks the door. He's like, he told everybody, he's like, there's a little girl outside. And like, you know, the scary look on my uncle's face is what, like, you know, got everybody scared. And they believed, and they're like, oh, okay, so we'll just stay here the night. And we all fell asleep together on the bed, on his bed. And like, the next morning, you know, oh, the next morning he goes to look around to see if like it was just in his head, or it was just in our head, or what, cause like we stayed up pretty late. So he goes look around, and he doesn't find anything. So he thought, you know, he didn't pay too much. He was like, oh, okay, so I guess it was just in our head. And then like a couple years later, he told me that story, and you know, I was kind of curious. I was like real curious. I was like, let me look up the history of this house, see what I can find. And in my grandma's house, it was in the history that a little girl had died in that house, and I'm guessing she cause I was a baby, like I was like young, she would like come, but I didn't see her. Like the only times I saw her was when I was asleep in my dreams. She would come in and she would want to play or whatever. So, you know, so he thought it was in my imagination. And then when I told him about it, I was like, oh, did you know that, you know, a little girl actually died in this house? The look on his face, he was like, he was so scared. He was like, oh shit. Cause he didn't want to believe that there was something, like there was like a ghost or something in the house. So he was freaked out at the thing I told him, and he didn't believe me at first. He's like, no, you're lying, you're bullshitting. You know, nobody died in this house. We stayed in this house for like a long ass time, ever since he was like a little kid. And I was like, no, I'm being dead ass. It's like a little girl died in this house, and I showed him the place where I found the history of the house, and I showed him, and it said like, yeah, a little girl died in that house, in the house. And he was like, oh shit, you're right, a little girl did die. So that's how I'm friends with a little girl. And now time to time I'd see her, like I'd see her, but I wouldn't see her like completely. Like I won't see her like full face or whatever. I just see like just a person just standing there in the corner of my room, or like, you know, I just see it like a shadow on the glimpse of, like, you know, the corner of my eye. I just see like a shadow just appear, and then when I look over there, they disappear. It's not much, but that's how, that's the story how I have a little ghost friend, a little girl that's a ghost. That's my friend. Kind of an odd story, but you know. Ah, my nose. I'm gonna play Liverpool. I guess yeah. It's like an interesting story. You know, I thought you guys could hear it. But I guess we'll just start telling people stories. Oh, you know, to be honest, I guess this might be like a scary night, a scary stream, I guess, or just like scary stories, I guess. Maybe we just tell people stories while working on this village, trying to make it look nice. But it can't because I need a lot of dirt, and there's a lot of fucking villagers. No. Ow. Oh, cool. Yeah, new COD is coming out in like a week. I'm pretty excited. Can't wait to see how it goes. I've always liked COD games. I've always been like a Call of Duty fan. I've always played nothing but COD, which is pretty cool. I guess we'll start telling people. It's like little short stories. I'm gonna tell you. Probably gonna tell like five or six, maybe. I don't know. Maybe 10. We'll do probably 10 short stories because these are pretty short. You know, not bad. To be honest, I might go to Reddit and read like stories over there because they have some good stories. Not gonna lie. But let's keep trying to finish this village. Okay. So how it starts is we bought an old house. My boyfriend and I, he's in charge of the new construction, converting the kitchen into master bedroom. For instance, while I'm on wallpaper removal duty, the previous owner papered every wall and ceiling, removed it. It was brutal, but oddly satisfying. The best feeling is getting along with peers. Getting with peers, similar to the skin when you're peeling from a sunburn. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of making a game of peeling and hunting. Peeling on the hunt for the longest piece before it rips. Under a corner, a section of paper every room in this person's name and date. Curiosity got the best of me. One night, when I googled one of the names and discovered the person was actually a missing person. The missing date matched the date under the wallpaper. The next day, I made a list of all the names and dates. Sure enough, each name was for a missing person with dates to match. We notified the police, who naturally sent out a crime scene team. Overheard one text say, "Yep, it's human. Human, what's human? Ma'am, where is the material you removed from the walls? From the walls already. This isn't wallpaper you're removing." Dang. That story is that story is pretty kind of scary. Just knowing that you don't know what you getting yourself into when you buy a house. Like you just buy a house. Like, you don't know the history of the house or whatever, what could have happened. For all knows, you could have just bought a house from like an old serial killer who used to kill a bunch of people, and who knows, maybe you might one day find like a dead person buried in your backyard. That's kind of scary to find. That's kind of scary to know. Alright, let's move on to the next story. The story's called "I Hate It When My Brother Charlie Has to Go Away" by Horror in Pure Form. I hate it when my brother Charlie has to go away. My parents constantly try to explain to me how sick he is, and I'm lucky for having a brain all the chemicals flowing properly to their destination like undammed rivers. When I complain about how bored I am without a little brother to play with, they try to make me feel bad by pointing out that his boredom likely far surpasses mine. Considering he's been confined to a dark room in an institution, I always beg for them to give me at least one chance. Of course they did at first. Charlie has been back home several times, each shorter in duration than the last. Each time, without fail, it starts again. The neighborhood cat will gouge out eyes, showing up in his toy chest. My dad's razor is found dropped on the baby's side of the park across the street. Mom's vitamins replaced by a bit of dishwasher tabs. My parents are hesitant now. Using last chance, sparingly, they say his disorder makes him charming. Makes it easy for him to fake normalcy. Excuse me. And to trick the doctors on who care for him into thinking he's ready for rehabilitation. I can't talk. That I would just have to put up with my boredom if it means staying safe for him. I hate it when Charles is to go away. It makes me have to pretend to be good until he's back. Oh, that story kind of... that just proves to show that, you know, that mental health isn't a joke, you know. There's a lot of people who, like, they're like messed up in the head. Not like it's bad, but like they're just like messed up in the head, they don't have the proper stuff, other people have, and that's scary. It's just scary knowing that you're like your brother is trying to like harm people in a way because of his mental illness, people, and the fact that he can fake, the way he is, it's scary because like one day, you never know. One day he could be faking, him being normal, and then next thing you know it, he just kills you with whatever he's using to kill you with. That's kind of scary to know, to be honest. I don't know. The story kind of got me thinking now. Just imagine like, you're sitting there, you're bored, you're trying to like, you want to hang out with your sibling, but your parents won't let you because of his mental illness and how he's not stable. Alright, next story. What time is it? It's like 7:30, 34. Right. Number 3. Next story. It is called Guardian by Dark Alligator. Okay, that's such a weird name, but okay. He woke to a huge insect-like creature looming over his bed and screaming his lungs out. They hastily left the room and he stayed up all night, shaking and wondering if he had been a dream. The next morning, there was a tap on the door. Gathering his courage, he opened it and see one of them. Jenny placed a plate filled with fried breakfast on the floor, then retreated to a safe distance. Bewildered, he accepted the gift. The creatures chattered excitedly. This happens every day for a week. At first he worried that he was flattening him up, but after a particularly greasy breakfast left him clutching his chest from heartburn. They were replaced with fresh fruits, as well as cooking the poured hot steaming bath for him, and even tucked him in when he went to bed. It was bizarre. One night he awoke to a gunshot and screaming. He raced downstairs to find a decapitated burglar being devoured by the insects. He was sickened by the dispose of the remains. As best he could, he knew that he had just been protecting him. One morning, the creatures wouldn't let him leave his room. He lay down confused, but trusting they ushered him back to bed. Whatever their motives were, they weren't going to hurt him. Hours later, a burning pain spread throughout his body. He felt like his stomach was filled with razor wire. The insects chattered as he spasmed and moaned. It was only when he felt terrible, squirming, feeling, breathing his skin beneath his skin that he raced. He realized the insect hadn't been protecting him. They had been protecting their young. Ooh. Damn, that's kind of like scary to know. Like, just imagine, you wake up one day, you think it's a normal day, not knowing anything's gonna happen, and then all of a sudden you see some big insects, giving you food, giving you water, taking care of you, giving you hot, warm baths. Like, that's kind of creepy if you think about it. And then they laid their eggs, or like their young inside of your body, and you're just like taking care of their young. That's the only reason why they want to take care of you. That's kind of that's a big oof. I don't know. I don't know if I should. No, I don't want to do that. Fuck. We'll clear this area. We'll continue to start number 4 in a minute. Let me clear this whole thing out. But yeah, like I said, that's kind of scary to know. Like, just imagine that, like, you are knowing of what's going on. You're having to race, leave my villagers alone. You were knowing that they, like, you're being taken care of just because you have their offspring inside of you. Like, that's kind of my question is like, how does that work? Like, how did they just like put their babies inside of him? Like, they would have to like lay the eggs inside of him, wouldn't they? Guys, kind of weird. Okay, next story. Next story is called Seeing Red, the First Day of School by Zenri Hao. Pretty interesting name. Anyways, let's get to it. Everyone loves the first day of school, right? New year, new class, new friends. Today full of potential and hope. Before all the dreary depressions of reality show up to ruin all the fun, I like the first day of school. For a different reason. You see, I have a sort of power when I look at people. I can sense a sort of aura around them. A colored outline based on how long a person has to live. Most everyone I meet around my age is surrounded by a solid green hue, which means they have plenty of time left. A fair amount of them have a yellow-orangish tint around to their aura, which tend to mean a car crash or other tragedy, anything that takes people before their time, as they say. The real fun is when the auras venture into the red end of the spectrum. Though, every now and again, I'll see someone who's basically a walking stoplight. Those are the ones who get murdered or kill themselves. It's such a rush to see them, and know that their time is numbered within the mind. I always get to class very early so I can scout out my classmates' fates. The kid who walked in was basically radiating red. I chuckled to myself. Too bad, bro. But as people kept walking in, they all had the same intense glow. I finally caught a glimpse of mine rose-tinted reflection in the window, but I was too stunned to move. Our professor stepped in and locked the door. His aura was sickening shade of green. Ooh. Ooh, that was an interesting one. You know. Oh, then that means that would mean that the the teacher must have killed all the students. Oh, that's a very interesting one actually. Not gonna lie. Damn, but that would be pretty cool though. You know, just imagine, you know, you having the power to see people's aura and like tell how they're gonna die. You know, my question is how? How would you know how they're gonna die? Like, I guess would you have like seen? I guess you would have to seen it, cause like you never know. Maybe that the person who you said was gonna die in a car crash could die to a disease or something. But I mean, I guess the main character was like uh was like, I guess he saw it happening. I don't know. That's kind of scary to know. Anyways, we'll move to next story. Give me a sec. Sorry. Alright, this next one is called They Got Detention Wrong by Louis. Oh, that's basic name. Feel like cause of his name, I feel like the story isn't gonna be as interesting as the other ones. Well, I mean, it's too early to judge though. So let's see how this one goes. It has been said that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. I understand the statement behind saying, but it's wrong. I entered the building on a bet. I was strapped for cash and didn't buy into the old legends of the hotel being with, so $50 was more than enough to get me through. It was simple. Just reach the top floor of the 45th floor, shine my flashlight into the window. The hotel was old and broken, including the elevator, so that meant taking the stairs. So, up the stairs I went. As I reached each platform, I noticed an old brass plate displaying the floor numbers. 15, 16, 17, 18. I felt a little tired as I crept higher. But so far, no ghosts, no cannibals, no demons. Pieces of cake, I can tell you. Piece of cake. I can't tell you how happy I was. I entered the last stretch of numbers. I joyfully counted them aloud at each platform. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 44. I stopped and looked back down the stairs. I must have miscounted, so I counted up 44. One more flight, 44, and then the other down, and then down 10 flights, 44. 15 flights, 44. And so, it's been far as long as I can remember. So, really, insanity isn't doing something repeatedly. As expected, different results. It's knowing that the results will never ever change. That each door leads to the same staircase to the same number. It's realizing you no longer fall asleep. And it's knowing that whether you've been running for days or for weeks or years, it's when the sobbing slowly turns into laughter. It's kind of a questionable story. The story's getting kind of confused. So he's in a hotel. I'm guessing it was a legend that he heard of apparently a, you know, I guess the hotel was sort of a game, I would say. Like a game where, you know, I don't know if you guys know, but that one game called the elevator game, where you basically go up a certain flight of floors in a certain, you know, pattern and then go back down those same floors, or it, like, to basically reach into like an alternate dimension or something like that. Weird thing, but you know, how I don't want this there. I want grass. But yeah, that's the type of vibe I get off of this story, off of this last story. It's just like, you know, that game that people have been playing, that where you go into an alternate dimension by, you know, going through a set of like a pattern of floors. Oh shit. Oh, I'm sorry. Ah, no. I don't want to kill it. No, I must stay in here for a little bit. Hopefully he doesn't come in. He can't kill me through the walls. He can't hit me. Oh shit, I hear him. He can't hit me through the walls. I guess we have to postpone. No, you. Okay, stupid villager. Alright, let's go to the next story. It's called My Daughter Learned to Count by Real Science 87. It's a short one. It's a pretty short one. My daughter woke up around 11:50 last night. My wife and I had picked her up for her friend Sally's birthday party, brought her home and put her to bed. My wife went into the bedroom to read while I fell asleep watching the Brave game. "Daddy," she whispered, tugging my shirt sleeve, "guess how old I'm going to be next month?" I replied. "I don't know, beautiful," I said, as I slipped on my glasses. "How old?" She smiled and held up 4 fingers. "It's 7:30 now. My wife and I have been up with her for almost 8 hours. She still refuses to tell us where she got them." That one's confusing. I don't. Is he still? Oh my god, he still wants to kill me. That one, I don't know. That one's kind of like whack. Like, oh shit, stupid. Iron Golem is still chasing me. Okay, I didn't mean to punch you. You were in my way while I was trying to do something, you stupid coon. Stop trying to punch me. Leave me alone. Oh, I do have torches, thank god. I hope he stops following me. He's still chasing me down. What the fuck? What the fuck? He's still chasing me and I'm not even near him. Ooh, one shot. It's clap bot. Yo, this man is still chasing me. I might have to kill him. Or I think he's gonna still chase me until I either die or I kill him. Gosh, these fucking iron golems are annoying. Like, leave me alone, man. I'm just trying to read the stories for the stream, entertain them, so they're not bored. Oh my god. Go to sleep. I'm gonna stay in the middle of the house because I don't want him to, like, slap me in the face because... Okay. So, this next one is called Timekeeper by Great Star 2. I hear him. I'm scared. Look, he'll hit me through the window. Oh, I guess he can't. Hi. Ow. Here. Okay. This piece of shit hitting me. I don't know why. Fuck off. Leave me alone. I didn't even do anything to you. I just punched you on accident. And you want to attack me on that. Anyways, back to the story. Timekeeper by Great Star 2. He had been given a watch on his 10th birthday. It was an ordinary gray plastic wristwatch. It responded exactly for the fact that it was counting down. This is all of the time you have left in the road. Son, use it wisely, and indeed he did. As he watched ticked away, the boy, now a man, lived life to the fullest. He climbed mountains and swam oceans. He talked, he laughed, and he lived and loved. The man was never afraid, for he knew exactly how much time he had left. Eventually the watch began its final countdown. The old man stood over everything he had done, everything he had built. 5. He shook his hands with his old business partners, the man who had long been his friend and confidant. 4. His dog came and licked his hand, earning a pat on the head for its companionship. 3. He hugged his son, knowing that he had been a good father. 2. He kissed his wife on the forehead one last time. 1. The old man smiled and closed his eyes. Then nothing happened. The watch beeped once and turned off. The man stood standing there very much alive. You'd think that in the moment he would have been overjoyed. Instead, for the first time in his life, the man was scared. That story was kind of a confused story. Cause like, I'm gonna kill this stupid goal. Ow. Ow. Oh, no, never mind. I'm kidding. Leave me alone. Get in. No, fuck off. No. I can't scream. Ow. You stupid whore. Ow, ow. Oh, you stupid. Ugh. No. Fuck you. Go back in there. I just lost a lot of XP. Wow. Alright, villager, I'm gonna have to ask you to fuck off, please. Thank you. I gotta fix my whole inventory again. That's retarded. Give me a sec, guys. Give me a sec. We'll continue on to the next story in a minute. But, you know, last story. So last story, that was, oh shit, of course. That was very much confusing. I didn't really get it. He was given a watch at 10 years old, and the watch, you know, it counted down how much time he had left to live. Oh shit. But my question, what I'm kind of confused about is how would the watch know how much he has left? Like, maybe the guy set a timer for 50 or however long he lived, 70, 80 years. But how? I don't think I've ever heard of a watch counting down that long. That's a long time, and I'm surprised like that man didn't like break the watch during that time. Yeah, he knows how to take care of his stuff. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I will tell the next story in a minute. Let me fill in these gaps of material on the wall. What I'm end up doing is like making like a cobblestone layer on this, like on the wall. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I had to clear a lot of dirt. Well, first off, I gotta even out everything. I don't know, it's only in Minecraft. I have to even everything out. If I don't even everything out, it's just gonna bug me. Like if I had to fill in holes, I fill it in. It's just gonna bug me if I don't. It's gonna bug me too. Sorry if you guys hear like people laughing in the background. Family's pretty loud. Notice I don't even have music playing. Oh, I do. Did it dirty. Yeah, I like it like that. No. I finish clearing this area and then I'll get on to the next story. Everybody's so loud in my house. That's the only thing I don't like about it. Everybody's so loud. Anyways, I'm gonna zoom this section of said wall. I had to fill in these gaps with dirt though. That's it. I don't know. Hey, it just wouldn't look right. Everyone fill it up with dirt. You know. Alright, let's get to the next story. This next story is called There's No Reason to Be Afraid by Whoever Fights Monsters. When my sister Betsy and I were kids, our family lived for a while in a charming old farmhouse. We loved exploring in dusty corners and climbing the apple tree in the backyard, but our favorite thing was the ghost. We called her Mother because she seemed so kind and nurturing. Some mornings, Bessie and I would wake up and one on each other of our nightstands, we'd find a cup that hadn't been there the night before. Mother had left them there, worried we'd get thirsty during the night. She wanted to take care of us. Among the house's original furnishings was an antique wooden chair. We kept against the back wall of the living room. Whenever we were preoccupied watching TV or playing a game, Mother would itch that chair forward across the room towards us. Sometimes she managed to move it all the way to the center of the room. We always felt sad putting it back against the wall. Mother just wanted to be near us. Be near us. Years long after we'd moved out, I found an old newspaper article about a farm original occupant. A widow, she remembered her 2 children by giving them each a cup of poisoned milk before bed. Then she'd hang herself. The article included the farmhouse living room with a woman's body hanging from a beam. Beneath her, knocked over, was the old wooden chair placed exactly in the center of the room. Ooh. Ah, don't tell me that fucking zombie killed the villager. I just heard a zombie die. Or a villager die. But, ooh. That one was a rather interesting one. So, I'm guessing the lady who lived there before, you know, I guess she wanted to kill the two sisters that was living there. That's what I'm guessing. That's like my guess. That I guess that's what she wanted to do. That's why she left them water every day, every night on the nightstand. I guess she thought that, you know, she was still alive and that she didn't do the deed. Maybe. I could be wrong though. That was a pretty interesting one. Like, never heard of that one before. Oh shit. I don't like the water. Well, the water looks nice. It looks pretty. But I just don't like the way it changes, like, its tone. It goes from a murky looking water to like a nice blue, depending on where you're at. That's the only thing I don't like. I like this texture pack though. It's the nature texture pack. It's a nice texture pack. I just don't like the way the water looks whenever it's next to, like, the swamp, because I'm building a kingdom in the swamp area of the map. We'll get to the next story in a minute. Let me do this. So far in the, I have a little bit more time left before, you know, I have to go. Sadly, Frog wasn't able to make it, I guess. I guess he wasn't. Guess I had to introduce y'all to him in the next episode. So I guess this is another solo episode. I mean, but that's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Everybody's busy, you know. Can't always expect it. So, I guess you guys are stuck with me for like the next like 35 minutes left. Yeah, I'm just shooting for like 35 more minutes and then, you know, conclude the episode there. I like that. That's nice. Okay. I need food. So, in the meantime, I'm gonna cook up some food and some cobblestone because I'm gonna start filling the walls with cobblestone, you know, to block it out. Make it look nice. Throwing cobblestone right there, throwing cobblestone over there. fans, they're always so loud. I don't hate them, it's just they're just loud. And in my house, the walls are pretty thin, so you can hear everything. Just kind of whack. Thank God they can't hear me though. Okay. Ooh, and it's raining. Which is pretty cool. Oh shit. Right, next story. This next story is called The Perfect Plan by Hunt Frog. On Monday I came up with the perfect plan. No one even knew we were friends. On Tuesday he stole a gun from his dad. On Wednesday we decided to make our move during the following day's prep rally. On Thursday, while the entire school was in the gym, we waited outside the doors. I was to use the gun on whoever walked out first. Then he would take the gun and go into the gym blasting. I walked up to Mr. Quinn, the guidance counselor, and shot him in the face 3 times. He fell back into the gym dead. The shots were deafening. We heard screams in the auditorium. No one could see us, yet I handed the gun and whispered, "Your turn." He ran into the gym and started firing. I followed him a moment after. He hadn't hit anyone yet. Kids were scrambling and hiding. It was mayhem. I ran in behind him and tackled him. We struggled. I wrenched the gun out of his hand, turned it on him, and killed him. I closed his mouth forever. On Friday, I was anointed a hero. It was indeed a perfect plan. That story, I don't know how to feel that one. I guess it was sabotage to murder his friend into, you know, being perceived as a hero. That story seems kind of like, and the story wasn't that interesting. I guess it was just about like a man, you know, wanting to have glory and be considered a hero just because of he started a school shooting, but ended it by supposedly by killing the other person he was with, just so he could be appointed as a hero. That doesn't seem right. Seems like a fucked up thing to do. Anyways, this village is starting to look cleaned up, but I guess we're done with the villagers because I don't think there seems to be any more. Stupid zombies, killed them. Well, I guess if like other people decide to join the podcast, you know, if we feature anybody else, you know, they could live in this you know, peaceful village or kingdom that I had to these books. There's a lot of beds around, so you know, people could stay. But yeah, I mean, that story is like, I don't know, kind of a whack story, cause like I never heard of anybody do that. That's kind of a fucked up thing to do. I just imagine, you know, you not knowing you're gonna get betrayed by a homie. You said, "Yeah, we're gonna do something together, commit mass murder," but ended up being killed yourself because, you know, the person wanted to be seen as a hero. Kind of messed up to do if you think about it. I think I'm gonna just leave it like that. I'm gonna make this into a sugar farm. Oh, okay. Yep. I guess let's get to the next story then. The next story is called Warrior by God by KMA Poke. If God exists, why is there so much evil in the world? It's a common question, but it's misplaced. All things must have been balanced. Light and dark, good and evil, sound and silence. Without one, the other can't exist. So if that's true, then God does nothing to fight evil. That might be your follow-up question. Of course he fights evil, relentlessly. I am Darlin, one of his most holy and righteous angels. I roam the earth disposing of evil. Oh my god. Ow. You fucking loser. This is why I stay inside. Yeah, I guess it's like no more villagers. That's kinda it's kinda gay. Anyways, back to the story. I roam the earth disposing of evil. Whenever I find it, I kill the monsters you don't ever want to know about. I crush them completely so you can sleep at night. You humans have no idea of how many of you live because of my work. But what about Satan? Hitler, Ted Bundy, Jack the Ripper? Well, those are minor ones. I had to let live. For balance, the ones I destroy are too horrible and vile to survive. What's funny is, while I would wager you never have heard the name Darlin in a religious text, I bet you heard of me. Americans, for example, had their own name for me. Sudden infant death syndrome. Sudden infant death syndrome. I don't know. That's a it's a really interesting story. So, for people who don't know what sudden infant death syndrome is, or SIDS, it's basically the unexplained death, usually during sleep, of a seemingly healthy baby, less than a year old. It's basically where babies die while asleep. It's not like it's you know, you're born with that, you know, it can't be like, it's not like a disease you catch, it's like you're born with it, which is kind of whack. Anyways, I'll move on to the next story. Okay, the next story is called Hell by Me and Pete. There was no pearly gate. The only reason I knew it was a cave was because I had just passed the entrance. The rock wall rose behind me, with no ceiling in sight. I knew this was it. This is what religion talk about. What man feared. I just entered the gate to hell. I felt the presence of the cave as I was living, breathing creature. The stench of rotten flesh overwhelmed me. There was a voice. It came from all inside, and all around. Welcome. Who are you? I asked, trying to keep my composure. You know, the thing answered. I didn't know. You are the devil. I stuttered quickly, losing my composure. Why me? I lived as good as I could. The silence took over the space and my words died out. It seemed like an hour went by before the response came. What did you expect? The voice was penetrating but patient. I didn't know. I never believed any of this, I uttered. Is this why I'm here? Silence. I continued. They say the greatest trick you ever pulled was convincing the world you do not exist. No, the greatest trick I ever pulled was convincing the world that there was an alternative. There is no God. I shivered. The cave trembled with the words, I am God. Hmm. So that story is kind of that's actually like really surprising actually. You know, because like who would have guessed that maybe it could be right. Maybe you know there's just like what people think, people believe in to be God, I guess. I mean, people perceive, you know, their God, whether you be Christian, Islamic, you know, Buddhist. You know, people perceive their God as differently. You know, some people say he's a man. Some people say he's an animal. You know, I guess it's just the way you perceive God and how you expect to see him as. Which is like pretty interesting to like to hear, you know, how people perceive God as. Like in that story, you know, in that story he was perceived as a cave and like inside was the devil, you know, just chilling. And that's actually like pretty cool. Pretty cool one to hear what people have to think of, you know, God or you know, a bigger being than that of humans. Maybe. You know, maybe there is a God. You know, maybe we just don't know. Maybe there isn't. You know, maybe it's just a made up thing, you know, humans created to, I guess, it's a as a way to like find, you know, just I guess a way to find happiness in a person. I don't know. But this channel is not meant to be more of a religious channel. I'd rather stay away from that because that causes a lot of problems. Move on to the next story. The next story is called The Accident by Mini Boy. It's 1 a.m. and a guy, Halveston, sat in his dark living room. He hadn't moved for over an hour. The accident earlier that evening kept playing over and over in his mind. The light turned red, but he was in a hurry and accelerated. An orange blur came from his right. In a split second, there was a violent jolt. Then a bicyclist rolled across his hood and fell out of sight on the pavement. Horns blared angrily as he panicked, stepped on gas, and screeching away from the chaos. Into the darkness, shaking and keeping his eyes on his rearview mirror until he got home. Why did you run, you idiot? He never committed a crime before. This is his punished himself by imagining years in jail. His career gone, his family gone, his future gone. Why not just the police right now? You can't afford a lawyer. Then someone tapped on the front of the door, and his words suddenly crumbled away beneath his breath. They found me. There was nothing he could do but answer. Running would only make matters worse. His body trembled as he got up, went to the door and opened it. A police officer stood under the porch light. "Mr. Harvison?" asked the grim officer. He let out a defeated sigh. "Yes." "Let me in." "I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid I have some bad news. Your son's bike was struck by a hit-and-run driver this evening. He died at the scene. I'm very sorry for your loss." that that's kind of that's kind of sad. Like he killed his son. without knowing it. That's very, that hurts. I've heard of that story before. It's that's kind of that sucks, you know. You know, like you've never committed a crime before, and like the day you commit one, it turns out to be, you know, your son. You know the one thing you created, and you just took it out. You just took him, not knowing it was your son. I wonder how shitty that his dad must feel, knowing that he killed his own son. Not knowing it was his son, of course, but like, you know, he killed his son. That's kind of heartbreaking if you think about it. Because I couldn't imagine any dad, you know, wanting his son dead and then like actually living his life. That his dad must like, he must be living in guilt now because of what happened. I wonder if he got caught in the end, you know. Anyways, next story. Next time you know better, by I Post at Midnight. That's the story's name. And that's the author too. Have you ever walked into a room and found a vampire? No, not the sexy kind, but a foul creature with bony limbs and ash skin. The kind that snares at you, enter like a beast about to pounce. The kind that roots you to the spot with its sunken, hypnotic eyes, rendering you unable to flee as you watch the hideous thing uncoil from the shadows. Has your heart started racing through your legs, refused to? Have you felt time slow as the creature crosses the room in darkness of a blink? Have you shuddered with fear when it passes one claw hand on top of your head and another on your chin so it can tilt you, exposing your neck? Have you squirmed as a rough, dry tongue slides down your neck, over your jaw to your throat in a slithering search to seek your artery? Have you felt its hot breath release its hiss against your skin when it probes your pulse? The flow that leads to your brain. Has its tongue rested there, throbbing slightly as it savored the moment? Have you then experienced a sinking, sucking blackness as you discover that not all vampires feed on blood, some feed on memories? Well, have you? Maybe not. But let me rephrase the question. Have you ever walked into a room and suddenly forgot why you came in? That one was kind of a bit unexpected. Like, unexpected story to read. I mean, but the persons do got a point. Like, you know, we don't know what like a vampire could look like. Like maybe people, you know, maybe people have been like, you know, killing vampires on the low, and like, you know, you don't even know about it because, you know, they've been doing their job and eradicating the vampires, you know, to make sure you're safe. You know, this world is mysterious, you know. You never know what could happen. What things we would come across in our lifetime. It's pretty, you know, it's pretty random. You know, maybe one day you'll come across a demon, you know, demon in your house, and you know, he speaks to you as if, you know, he's a normal human being. You never know, you know. This world is kind of mysterious that way. Anyways, but yeah, one more story to tell, and then I'ma sign off for the night because we're about to reach 2 hours in the stream. I just finished this this bridge of wood going across, and I'll read the last story. tonight's stream was a pretty interesting one, not gonna lie. To anybody who's still watching, you know, thank you for sticking through. You know, it's a blast, you know, being able to tell stories, you know, just have fun. You know, especially right now that we're going through a pandemic and all that, and like, you know, not a lot of people have like jobs at the moment because, you know, the pandemic has caused them, you know, to not be able to gain money or whatever. So, you know, if you're watching still, thank you. I appreciate you sticking through the whole stream from start to finish, you know. We'll go finish this last episode and and, you know, in the stream, the last story. It's called Hands by Mini Boy. Another Mini Boy story. Ooh, let's see how this one goes. It's a kind of long one. The doctor pulled the stethoscope ear tip out and hung the device around his neck. Mr. Witherby, all your tests have come back negative and my examination shows nothing abnormal. Adam knew that this was coming next. I'm not crazy. Doctor, I'm sorry, but there is no physical reason why you occasionally lose control of your hand. A psychologist can help. I don't need therapy. I need answers. They don't seem to have life on their own. I can't hold a job. I'm under investigation for assault. I almost killed my neighbor. This can't go on. I'll try anything at this point. After 2 weeks on a new medication, Adam saw no progress and grew increasingly depressed. He was convinced that despite what the doctor said, it was not a psychological problem. The night, a frustrated and angry Adam sat in a chair and drank bourbon. Drunk and hopeless, he stumbled to the garage and stared at the table saw, then slowly lowered his waist towards the screaming blade. Detective Armstrong entered the garage, where several uniformed officers stood over the bloody soaked body. So, what do we got? He asked. Taken in blood-splattered scene. This was a weird one. Detective, how so? Take a look at the body. He apparently chopped off his hands with a table saw and bled to death. Armstrong knelt down and we can't find his hand anywhere. Or hands anywhere. That one was kind of interesting, you know. I think there's a oh my god. I think there's a condition for that, like where people's hands, you know, their hands randomly, you know, do things on their own and they don't do it. I don't know, people call it I don't know what it's called. I think it's called an alien syndrome or something. It's basically where their hand just take over themselves and they just do random stuff without the person actually doing something. But you know, that was a fairly interesting one to read. Excuse me. Fucking creepers. Ooh. Well, I guess it's that time where we end the stream, you know. Thank you guys for tuning in, whoever's still here, if you guys are still here. It was a fun time streaming, you know, telling stories. Maybe the next episode, Frog or somebody else can join. You know, it's pretty cool, telling stories. You know, here in my empty kingdom that I claim because all the villagers died, which is gay. Anyways, I guess this is goodbye. I'll see you guys in the next episode, and hopefully we have somebody there. So I guess I'll catch you guys later.